Application of quadratic inequalities. This is when we apply what we have just learned to real-life problems or situations. Take the example of when a baseball is hit by a batter, the height of the ball, h, at time t, is determined by the equation h equals negative 16t squared plus 64t plus 4, for which interval of time is the height of the ball greater than or equal to 52 feet. We use RESCA to make this an easier way to solve the problem. R stands for representation, E for equation, S for solution, C for checking, and A with answer with label. Representation is basically like writing down what our given are. And then for equation, this is basically what we are going to solve for. Therefore, it's going to be negative 16t squared plus 64t plus 4 is greater than or equal to 52. Since they are all divisible by 4 in one side, we may factor negative 4 out. To make it a simpler equation, we divide both sides by negative 4. This will result to 4t squared minus 16t minus 1 is less than or equal to negative 13. We changed the sign since we divided it by a negative sign. Transpose negative 13 to the other side, and that will result to 4t squared minus 16t plus 12 is less than or equal to 0. Once again, they are all divisible by 4, so we divide it by 4. This will result to t squared minus 4t plus 3 is less than or equal to 0. We factor this out, which will result to t minus 3 times t minus 1 is less than or equal to 0. Use the zero property method to isolate our t or our time. Create a table once again, just like what we always do. Fill it out. Numbers which are less than 1, and then substitute that as our t. Or t will be what is in between 1 and 3, which may be 2. It's not just limited to 2, but there are also 1.5, 2.5, etc., etc. For numbers greater than 3, it is from 4 onwards. We look back to our original equation and notice that it is a greater than or equal to sign. Therefore, we choose the positive numbers. Now we go to checking. Checking is when you get your final answer and substitute that to the equation or the original equation. Since we have two answers, we check them both individually. We substitute our t to the equation, which is less than or equal to 1. This will therefore become negative 16 times 1 plus 64 times 1 plus 4 is greater than or equal to 52. We may use any numbers less than or equal to 1, but to make it simpler, we choose the number closer to it, or the smaller number in that case. Multiply these numbers together, and afterwards, add or subtract them. Check if it satisfies the final answer. For example, 52 is greater than or equal to 52. This is a true equation, or a true answer. For t is greater than 3, we once again just substitute it to the original equation. In this case, I chose 5, since it is still bigger than 3. This will result to negative 80 plus 320 plus 4 is greater than or equal to 52. Add or subtract the necessary. This will result to 244 is greater than or equal to 52. This is true because it satisfies the equation. Therefore, our answers are correct. When putting the final answer, don't forget to put a label to make your answer more complete and expounded.